We're live. It's Reggae Boys commentary. And it's the 4-4-2. And up front, we have Ryan LFC and Reggae Boys commentary. Why you laugh, big man? A true thing. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reggae Boys commentary. It's another video on this channel where we discuss Jamaican football. You know, this is the place where you come for your hub of Jamaican football. The man to my right is none other than Ryan LFC. Big boss, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good enough. Of life, the greatest thing. Good Sunday evening. Can't complain. I'm feeling excited to do this video, man.
Yeah, man. What was for dinner today, man? You never invited me.
Oh, bro, trust me, I missed that one, Bridget, because a long time my wife never cooked this. So, oxtail and pork and bunga rice and peas and vegetable and, you know what I mean? You know the Jamaican stuff, go so. Those are
Yeah,
good.
man. Nice, nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Make wifey happy because that's a good meal. A really good meal, you know. Cherish her. Cherish her, big boss, you know?
Yes, bro. Have to.
Yeah, man. That is a must. That is a must. Great to see everyone in the comments also chipping in as well. Kevin Williams, Hale, Simon, and Ryan. So, Ryan, just wanted to get your reaction. You're a busy man as well. A couple of content ideas you have to put out. But I just wanted to get your feedback on the first 6 games we've played so far in the qualifiers. Based on my predictions, I had us at, to get 8 points at this stage. I didn't have us for a point in Honduras, but we got one. I didn't have us to get anything in Costa Rica, but we did. So that's like extra points there. But your thoughts on 6 games so far in the campaign for Jamaica?
Well, I'll be honest with you, the first 3 game, I'm never happy. I'm never happy. I'm still not happy. Not saying I'm too greedy, but this is our mindset. We have a very good team. I think half the field we just need to get it right. But nevertheless, a point against one of the best team in CONCACAF right now, in my opinion, and farm. The Canadian, they playing some excellent football. Who managed to get a point at home, and then we go in Honduras and make history and win. Not only win and keep clean sheet. And we're still in it. It's still in it. 5 points. We have a game against El Salvador, against the United States, where we have to just pick up 6 points and just start the campaign. I think this game against Honduras, the campaign really start. But I disappointed we didn't get 3 points against Canada. But nevertheless, we pick up a points. As we said, we go to Honduras. I didn't expect we're going to get something from that game and we get 3 points. And we have to be happy and we have to be real. We're still in it and we still have a great chance to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah. As you and I have discussed, we're almost at that halfway stage. 6 games down, 8 to go. So far, from the 6 games that you see, which one or two players for Jamaica stand out to you the most so far?
I think Anthony Grant, best player so far, and the disrespect this guy has get before we even kick a ball for the Reggae Boys to show that he can play football, and we see he's a standout player, not even close. This guy is far, 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 far out. I think he's the best player right now. Best player right now for the Jamaica national team. And I would say
Mm-hmm.
Mariapa, I like what Mariapa has done. I think Mariapa stand out for me. I'll be honest with you. I think Mariapa and Anthony Grant, the judge.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
these are the two players stand out in my opinion. Mariapa, no club, playing so excellent. Haven't made any mistake as yet. So for me, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And you mentioned Mariapo, as you said, no club, back to back 90 minutes, back to back to back 90 minutes, back to back clean sheets, 35, vegan. A lot of people say, boy, you're a centre half, but you're 5'10". But he keeps proving the doubters wrong, Ryan. Keep proving them wrong.
Yeah, when we have Premier League player like Ethan Pinner coming in, we have Damian Lowe playing some good stuff over the years for the Jamaican national team, and then we have Mariapa. A lot of people will put him right down, said he's not having a club, but he proved a lot of people that he here to stay and him going to challenge for him game no matter he not having a club right now, but he looking good, man. He looking good, and we have to give him credit. In my opinion, I think he's right now our best centre back, meaning and farm, in my opinion.
Hmm. Well said. Well said. On form, reputation, ability, hands down. I have to agree with you there, Ryan. He has been a loyal servant for Jamaica. And you know, you've watched Jamaican football for a long time. He's made himself available always, whether it's a friendly, whether it's Nations League, World Cup qualifiers. He has answered the Jamaican call once he's not injured. And you have to admire the commitment, Ryan. You have to admire the commitment.
Yeah, many people question people commit it, but when it come on to Mariapa, I think this guy is one of the most loyal soldier and thing. He played very well for us, and we have to give him credit. But Anthony Grant, I'm saying, bro, this guy is just. You can imagine if we have this guy in the Gold Cup, bro. Can we imagine have this guy bending in the team against Japan? Why is it this guy want to pay for him plane ticket to go to Japan at the time? A lot of people say I'm buying him way, but we have to look at it realistic that many English-based player buy their ticket. People will say, oh, because he want to buy him way, but he showed that he want to represent for the country, and we have to give the man credit. Can
Yeah.
you imagine we have him couple months before this World Cup qualify? Can you imagine we have him in the Gold Cup? Right now would that be a better team? Every single
Well,
time he play for Jamaica, he look like Jamaica not going to lose because he do the simple stuff. He don't lose the ball. He get fouled a lot, and he don't have the legs to be all over the pitch. But you don't need that. You need someone who going to stay in front of the back four and protect it, and he did it well. So I think Grant far is Jamaica best player in the World Cup qualifier. Trust me, you see the praise that Coach Theodore Whitmore give him. He's a top player, and he's the first name on the starting level. A lot of people will say Andre Blake, but
mhm.
no, this man Anthony Grant, he's a must player, and we have to just hope he can stay fit for the remaining of the campaign. If he can stay fit, we have a great chance to qualify for the World Cup.
And bro, I'm not trying to create no division with anybody, but I can tell you when I interviewed Anthony Grant, when I carried it on the sports news, you have people saying, "What are we doing with a 34-year-old man from League Two? What is he gonna do for us?" It's not all about names. It's not all about age. If you can perform, then you deserve to be in the team, no matter who you be, where you come from, your age, your club, your history. If you better than me, Ryan, you deserve to be on the pitch. Hands down. And no matter your background or anything.
So why people would say he's 34 is an old man, but what about Javon Watson in the team right now? Where play 2 games for Umberland and or
Thank you. Thank you.
we don't have that same energy. But just because Anthony Grant is not one of our favorite at the time, we were licking out on Anthony Grant because he's old and stuff. But this man grew up in our Chelsea system. The man pick up the when he play in defensive midfield, he has to be composed on the ball. He have
Yeah.
that. He map out the danger. He bail out Powell a lot. He bail out Taxi Lawrence a lot. He's just very good, and I think he's the best holding midfielder in CONCACAF, hands down. Don't tell me about this guy that play for McKenny. No, Antonio Grant, the judge, is the best holding midfielder in CONCACAF right now, and you see, I don't know how this guy not in the CONCACAF 11 all the time. What is going on? Who is picking these things?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Ryan. You see, only the football purist, Ryan, will appreciate the role that he brings. People think you have to bust up tackle and thing as a holding midfielder. That's not necessarily your only role or duty. You know, you can appreciate Jordan Henderson, but him not out there flying tackles every second, or Michael Carrick. That position is more than just winning the ball back.
Ed, it comes down to Ed. Everybody can play midfield, but it's not everybody can play defensive midfield. Everybody can play midfield, but it's not everybody can do defensive work. Why you think Makalele is special? Why you think Fabino is special? Why you think Kante is special? Why you think Fernandino is special? Why you think Casemiro is special? because they do stuff where no other midfielder can do. Makalele, Patrick Vieira, they do stuff where average midfield, what other midfielder can do. So for me, we are so blessed to have this guy in the midfield. He make our midfield much better. We see it when we play against United States. Look at it, easy. Play against Canada, don't lose. Play against Honduras, play him in the midfield, don't lose. Play against Costa Rica in the midfield, don't lose.
There
Play
you go.
without him against the United States, we lose. Play against Mexico,
Hmm.
coach take him off, we lose. So the stats show you whenever him play, he do the right stuff. And people have to just acknowledge that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm prepared to say, Ryan, that if Anthony Grant plays a 90-minute game for Jamaica, we're not going to lose for the rest of the qualifiers. Some games we're going to draw, but I'm prepared to say we're not going to lose for the rest of the qualifiers. To some, it's eye opening, but that's why I honestly feel you're a forward. I'm a central midfielder. I know what Anthony does because that's where I started. And it's like the glue that keeps the team together. And without it, things can fall apart.
All right, I'm just gonna make this. It's going to be very easy, simple. And we're done this Anthony Grant stuff.
Yeah.
Liverpool winning the Premier League.
Hmm.
Who plays CDM for them? Fabinho, 90% of the time.
Yeah.
City win the Premier League.
Hmm.
Who plays CDM? Raji or Fernandinho.
Hmm.
Leicester City win the Premier League. Conte,
Hmm.
CDM. Chelsea win the Premier League.
Hmm.
Conte again, CDM.
Yeah.
You see how important the CDM position is. That's what holding back Manchester United. They don't have a proper midfielder where you can protect that back four, and link from the defensive third to the attacking third. Just look how Fabinho play. His anchor is. Fabinho don't make a lot of tackle like Anthony Jack. They just at the right place at the right time. So to win the English Premier League, you have to have a good defensive midfielder. I will see that over the years.
Well said. Well said, Ryan. Ryan, I know you have a number of projects, working on. Yesterday was busy for me on the road, but I'm looking forward to collaborating you on a project that you're working on quite soon. You want to share some details for the viewers about it? What you have planned moving forward?
Yeah, yesterday I think yesterday was start. I think yesterday was a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was Saturday where I start a Reggae Boy podcast, and we have a few more work and details to do. We just want to get it out there. That's the most important thing. So Reggae Boy podcast, and I hope it go well. So yeah.
All right, bro. All the best with it, and yeah, just let me know a day or two in advance, and definitely I'll make it happen, man.
Yeah,
I'll make it happen.
most definitely, man. Most definitely, man. So as I said, I always respect to you, brother. Really appreciate the work he has been doing. You inspire us to do this YouTube stuff because back in the days, even when I was doing the first ever Gold Cup, I never know most of the reggae boys play, and I watch your video to get a little bit of knowledge before I go up on camera. So this is my second Gold Cup, just finished my first World Cup qualify. So I have a few experience in CONCACAF region, and that stem from you where I learned a lot from you. So I want you to keep doing what you have to do and just keep the ball rolling and stuff. So I really appreciate everything he has done for me. So keep up the good work, my brother.
Enough respect, Ryan. Thanks for all your support as well. So we'll be in touch as always. Link me when you're on the island and heal up wifey for me.
Yeah, most definitely. So tonight we have a nice little interview, guys, to do. I've been trying to get this guy on the program for a long time. Lovell Palmer, the farm Harborview player.
Busy
No,
man, I
he's
tell
still
you.
playing for Harborview, and trust me, see, age is just a number.
Yeah.
See, age is just a number. Look at Lovell Palmer. Once you're going into the gym and you're eating right, you're resting right, Sky is the limit. Age is just a number. Once you have that fitness ability.
I want you to ask him one question for me.
Okay, what is the question?
Yeah, go for your pen and paper. All right.
Always
All right. So the 2014 qualifiers, he played for Jamaica at right back. Zine?
2014. Yeah.
When the final round of the qualifiers come, he was not called up at all. How him feel when him see the new man coming, McCleary, McAnuff, Sean Cummins, and him never get a call up since that World Cup qualifying campaign. The man was the starting right back for Jamaica, and the man not get a call up since when the final round come.
I will ask him that because this thing about the interview about Lovell Palmer is more about talking about theme time with the reggae boys because
Right.
he gets a lot of dirt, man. From him playing under 17, I was reading a lot about what happened. We have to travel at the age of 16, go to Brazil a
Yeah.
few times. Well, so I want to interview him. So it will be done probably the next couple minutes from now, guys. What time, Simon, me they tell him?
6:15, you did tell him, yeah.
6:50. What time now in Jamaica?
5:59.
5:59.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
we be over there. So make sure you're tuning in whenever you get some time or watch it back. So
Yeah. And Lovell win one trophy for Jamaica.
yeah, that's the Caribbean Cup.
Lunar New Year Cup under Bora Milutinovic, 2007.
2007.
Bora Milutinovic, legendary coach. Man score in the penalty shootout in the final.
So thank you very much for that, brother. So
Yeah, man.
ask him all of these questions,
Yeah,
man.
man. Yeah, man. Just hail him up for me. Yeah, man.
You remember when him dashed the penalty for Real Salzburg? I was reading
Oh boy. Yeah.
that back in I think 2013 where they said, listen, they cheered him after that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a long penalty shootout, right?
Long shootout. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But enough respect still, Ryan. I think you're good to go, man.
All right, enough respect. So see you look later, brother.
Yeah, man. All right, bro. We'll be in touch. Yeah, man. Cool. Ryan LFC from Ryan. We talked to an individual I know for about 4 years now. And this is Christopher Scott, not the Jamaica College sprinter.
Yeah, I always get it mixed up.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
was driving to drop off some stuff for work, somebody asked me what my name was and what company I work for. When I told them my name, they said, "But are you supposed to be running in the 100-meter champs?" I said, "No, that's not me," because I
Yeah.
am long gone
Yeah.
from Jamaica College. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's always good to still be associated with track and field, but that's not my forte. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah, but your big brother is a legend though, so at least I might associate
Yeah,
with
I
him.
mean, and a lot of people, it kind of have its pros and cons, Simon, where that is concerned, because it's always good to be a part of something great for Jamaican football. You know, when I was a child, I always bring my newspaper to school and show everybody that my brother is in the newspaper winning league. But growing up, getting older and wiser, I think that I just want to make my name as Christopher Scott, not Robbie Scott's brother. I want to be known as Chris, the sports guy, which persons are kind of catching on now, rather than Robbie Scott. But I still get it one and two time with Lance and even with Andrew Peart, who is the coach of UE. Now they still talk to me as Robbie's brother. But they learn quick and easy after doing a couple games that this guy just wants to be making his own legacy and building his own path.
Yeah, makes sense. Of course, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, how are things with you? 6 games under our belt. How have you processed everything?
Yeah. It's 14 games for this octagonal round. Our first win in Honduras. The last Caribbean team to beat Honduras in Honduras qualified for the World Cup the next year, and that was Trinidad and Tobago. So maybe that's a precursor to what we can do, but we have to use this as motivation to kind of go forward, because one of those casualties in terms of coaches that got sacked or resigned after was Theodore Tapa Whitmore, and he lost, I think, 2-0 against Honduras in 2013 before he got sacked. So it's nice to know that he thought of it, because tactically, I keep on telling persons, and I don't know if you agree, you may not, but this is one of Tapa Whitmore's best tactical performance. He started, a lot of persons started, saw that he started with a back three with those defenders, kind of switched to a back four and a back five sometimes during the game, which caused problems for Honduras. But one thing I realized is that the reason why he did that is because Mariappa, and Mariappa played fullback for Watford. So there was no problem for Mariappa going to that wide position and also advancing O'Neill Fisher into that midfield role, which is where he was when the goal scored. And also bringing on somebody that was holding the ball, that can hold the ball well, which is Andre Gray. And it worked to perfection with O'Neill Fisher getting the ball. And that was a peach of a goal, I can tell you that. That was a very good goal. But I'm not surprised, because, I'm a Georgian and I've watched O'Neill Fisher from Manning Cup days to Seattle Sounders to DC United, and now at LA Galaxy. So I knew he was capable of it. I've seen him do it at St. George's College, but now he's doing it on a stage where it was very important for us to collect 3 points, and we did so. So we're up to 6th place. We're just 1 point behind Costa Rica in 5th, 3 points behind that playoff spot, and I think we can get it. We just need to stay focused and level-headed. We have El Salvador next, and if we can grab those 3 points from the United States, I think that we can really be in this to win it, because we really would long to qualify. The last time they qualified for the World Cup, I was 3 years old. I want, when I'm now watching and doing it as an analyst and as a man, I want to qualify for the World Cup. So it would be a good feeling to qualify for the World Cup this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. It certainly would be. Imagine we defeat El Salvador and the Prime Minister says, okay, we're going to fly the gate, fans against the United States. That stadium sell out,
Oh, no doubt. And I think that even the Canada game, if you had gotten persons to go to that Canada game as well, even though we were under pressure, that probably would have been sold out as well, And I think it's just a very tricky situation, because, the last time he saw that we could have probably flew the gates open, not necessarily for football, but for certain events, the cases went sky high again. So I think that is what he's trying to prevent. But man, if you tell the Jamaican fans that, listen, the United States are coming here, we want y'all at the National Stadium, I can guarantee you probably would be sold out days before the match even happened.
Yeah. Just to imagine those scenes, it would be incredible. Now, based on like the individual players that stood out to you throughout the course of the campaign so far, any 2 or 3 that really caught your eye?
3 that really caught my eye: Adrian Mariappa, Anthony Grant, and Kemar Roof. The reason why I say Adrian Mariappa, even in his 30s, when persons kind of write him off as somebody that could have been very effective in the middle of the park, people were writing off Mariappa pairing still with Nana and bringing in Liam Moore from Reading. But he has shown that he's still versatile, because he can play that fullback role and he can play that centre-back pairing with Nanalo and do it effectively. So I think that Adrian Mariappa has impressed me a lot in that back line. Anthony Grant, he has been our standout player, definitely for the Reggae Boys. You take him off against Mexico, we concede. You keep him for most of the game against Canada, we get a clean sheet. You keep him for most of the game against Honduras, we get a clean sheet and win the game. So I think that Anthony Grant has been a very, very good player. He's a true CDM, and you said it best. You really said it, Simon, that nobody thought that this man from Swindon Town, a League Two team in England, would have been effective in that CDM role for us. But not only has he done that, but he has done it very effectively, and you see where he's important in that role. So I think he as well is impressive. One person, the reason why I say Kemar Roof, Kemar Roof is effective in terms of getting into those pockets of spaces. He does so for Rangers. He has been a big part of Rangers going into a season unbeaten. He did go an entire season in the Scottish Premiership unbeaten, leading that line for most of it. So I think that he has been good, and he would have he owes us two more goals, but I won't kill him for it. But he was definitely at the right place at the right time, stuck in that striker role, Simon, and that really is what caused him to stick a foot out and get that all-important goal in the 34th minute that really set us off. So really those three players have really given me some sort of hope. Of course, an honorable mention for me, but he has always been a great player, is Andre Blake. What a goalkeeper he has been. He has been our best goalkeeper for a while now. One of the best goalkeepers ever in Jamaican football in terms of the national senior team. There's a reason he has won 2 Golden Gloves in the MLS. The only Jamaican goalkeeper to do so. He's won the Shield with Philadelphia Union. He has just been a stalwart in between the sticks for the Jamaica Reggae Boys. The reason why I did not mention him is because we know what he can do.
Yeah.
The reason why I mentioned the other 3, Anthony Grant is a new addition. His first World Cup qualifying campaign, so is Kemar Roof. But Adrian Mariappa has made a return in terms of being that rock in the back, because more often than not in this Gold Cup campaign, and Nana knows I've been hard on him ever since we've started to get to know each other, but he has sometimes been prone to making some mistakes. And the thing is, Adrian Mariappa has been there from 95 to 97% of the time, there to really clean those up. And that's the reason why I've mentioned Adrian Mariappa. But of course, Blake deserves an honorable mention. But we know how great Blake is, so we don't need to really talk too much about that.
Yeah, he set the standard so high already that he's really hit the ceiling to that extent. So I understand exactly what you mean where Blake is concerned. You spoke about Roof. We saw him when he was in England at Leeds United. Now in Rangers doing his thing. He has to be that person where in and around the box. The Panama game, which we know was disappointing, he was like at the center circle in a sense. You have those center forwards that will create a chance on their own, but as you know, you have those that you have to provide it for him. But once you do give him the ball, he'll find a way to stick it in some way. Somehow.
Those are who you call goal poachers. Persons who pop up in the box at the right place at the right time. And slotting those passes home into the back of the net, which is one of the reasons why a lot of people were kind of dumbfounded as to the position that he played, because he played sort of a number 10 role in that Panama game, which is not where he normally plays. He plays further up as a striker. So I think that was the reason why he wasn't effective in that Panama game. But as you see, you put him forward in that Canada game, should have gotten a goal, had a free header, but he just popped up in those spaces. Then you put him in that striking role again alongside Bowser against Honduras. And what does he do? He's popping up in the 18-yard box, sticking out a foot, and bang, right into the back of the net. So I think that playing him further up as a striker was something that Tapper saw that he needed to do, and it worked out in the end. He has gotten a goal now, his first goal for Jamaica.
Yeah, we've also had the chance to see the likes of Bowser, Shamar Nicholson. We've seen Corey Burke, and the head-scratching Javon East as well. We saw the goal against Saudi Arabia. Yes, we saw the chance against Costa Rica. But what's interesting, though, Chris, Mattox is scoring goals. Nico Bright is scoring goals. It's going to be really, really difficult for the November selection now.
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult, and I'm not sure as to why Nico Brett hasn't been called yet. He's been a mainstay in that USL team, and there are many persons that have been called up from the USL. When you look at Lamar Walker, Devon Speedy Williams, you look at even going back to Kevon Lambert,
Yes.
you know,
Dean
and
Kelly.
Kelly, you look at Junior Flemings as well. So there were many persons, and even when he was playing for Bethlehem Steel, Jamo Ethiopia at one point was called up as well. So there's so many persons that have been called up from the United Soccer League. Why is it that Nico Brett, who was I think scored his 99th USL goal
That's right.
yesterday, and you are not calling up a man who has been striking, who has been just putting the ball. He is the type of person that can create. We talk about strikers that create chances for themselves. Nico Brett is that type of player that can create a chance from himself out of nothing, and he has proven it time and time again. Darren Mattox, need I say more about Darren Mattox? We know he's a very good goal scorer. He is another person that can create a goal for himself as well. Very good dribbling skills, very unorthodox. He has a lengthy foot. He's like Kylian Mbappe. But Mbappe has a lengthy foot, and his dribbling looks lanky, so to speak, but it is effective, and that is what Darren Mattox has, a lanky foot. So I think that it's going to be very difficult. But we have so much striking options: Andre Gray, Kemar Roof, Nico Brett, Dean Kelly. We look at there's so many persons.
Yeah.
At the top of my head, I can't even say it because there's so many options.
So many.
And even so, when you look at persons that haven't even been called up yet, Ivan Toney from Brentford as well. So you have so many options. Why not go for because I mean, can you imagine these persons clicking on all cylinders and how great they would be scoring goals against these Central American and Caribbean teams along with North American teams would be easier for us because these persons know them. And that is one of the reasons why I think Nico Brett should be called up as well, because he knows some of these players alongside the United States. He knows some of these players in terms of some of the persons in USL play for the Canada national team. So you have to look at that strategy. Which person I think can really damage these teams for the rest of the campaign. We have 8 games to go, Simon, and we need to get some good points on the board. We need to get at least 6 from the November window. Trust me.
Spot on there, Ryan. Spot on there, Chris. Really, really appreciate it there. Yeah, it's a compelling one, really. You would say Mattox not only has scored against the Americans, but has played World Cup qualifying, so would know the system quite well. Brett knows the facilities, knows the players. So a compelling case, and we'll have to wait and see in the next 2-3 weeks from now who's fit, who's still firing, with everything where that is concerned. But as it relates to the faces that we have seen so far in the qualifiers, though, Chris, do you personally feel the best team should take the field, or balance is key? Because we saw what happened against Panama, who put 8 attacking gems on the pitch, and it was imbalanced. Ravel Morrison playing in front of the back 4. As Manchester United fans, we know that is far from where he's used to be playing.
No. Balance is obviously very important. Balance is what we had against Honduras. And although Honduras was missing one of their stalwart defenders because of a card, we got some opportunities and we scored twice while keeping a clean sheet because there was the balance. You had the type of players that could go forward. You had the type of players that could defend. And you had the type of players that were in and around the 18-yard box that could really be dangerous for us. And one of them scored, and that was Kemar Roof. One of them who could have been versatile in midfield and defense scored as well in O'Neal Fisher. So I think that balance is very important. Putting best players on the field doesn't mean that you're going to win a game. If you're not playing with chemistry, then it doesn't make sense to put the players on the field, because we all know from youth days, from Sir Alex Ferguson praising Ravel Morrison, he does not play a CDM role. He does not sit in front the back 4. So for him playing in that role was very head scratching to me. I even go one further because Kemar Roof does not play in that central attacking midfield, that number 10 role. He's a striker, dead on center forward. And once he went back immediately into Rangers and plugged back in that striking role, he was scoring goals. So I think that really balance is very important. So I think that balance over the best players any day, but I would love to see some of our players that we didn't see because of injury come back into the fold. Liam Moore, Leon Bailey, would love to see how they fit into the system, because I really would want to see them achieve, because they also would want to wear their heart on their sleeve playing for Jamaica as well. So I'd love to see them back, but balance is very important when it comes to teams, trust me.
Absolutely. And certainly we saw evidence of that against Honduras, getting the 3 points. Historic match where that is concerned. What are your thoughts, Chris, about Bobby Reid? He hasn't lit the qualifiers up, but we certainly know his ability, not only in national colours, but from Fulham as well. It's like every time he has the ball at his feet, something can happen. You know something is about to happen. A chance being created, some opportunity, him beating a man. You just feel that when he's on the ball, you just come to the edge of your seat and just know something going to happen right now.
Yeah, when Fulham was in the Premier League, one of their brightest players was Bobby De Reid. Still one of their brightest players now, as they're looking to reclaim their spot in the English Premier League. Scored the other day as well. Very good goal as well. You know, got it, ran a very good run of the ball on the right-hand side. But even though the defender was him, he had no chance. That ball was slotted perfectly to the goalkeeper's right, and it was slotted so well that the goalkeeper could not get that ball. It was a very good finish. So we know the capability. I'm not sure as to why Bobby Reid is not lighting up the Jamaican team now. I'm not sure as to why he's not doing it right now. Maybe there's a confidence maybe there should be a confidence booster for him in this Reggae Boys team, because you know, maybe Tapa Whitmore needs to look more at those Fulham games to see where, okay, I'm playing him here, but he's not playing that effective here. Where can I also play him so that he can be effective going forward as well? So I think that if I was Tapa, I would watch a lot of these Fulham games to see where he's effective. So I think that he needs to do that, because Bobby Reid is the type of player that can play anywhere in the attack. He can play in the midfield. He can also play as a false nine striker as well. Can also play on the wing. But he's the type of person that will always be involved in the attack. And that is important for us, because we need to remember the goal of the CONCACAF Gold Cup was scored by Bobby Reid. That brilliant volley that he had, that was the goal of the tournament. So we know what he's capable of. So I just think that if I was Tapa, I would watch the Fulham games and see where other positions he can best play at to get the best out of Bobby Reid, aka Dexter Daps.
Yeah, and good goal against Queen's Park Rangers. It was a joy to see. Definitely, Fulham doing well in the championship in the top six thereabouts, and Jamal Lowe as well. Bournemouth top of the league in the championship. So who knows what could happen at the end of the season? Jamal Lowe, Bobby Reid, Preston North End pushing.
He scored as well. He scored on the weekend as well. So
he did.
I like that. You know, I like when these players are getting this confidence heading into World Cup qualifying, because we need the confidence. Motivation is there, and that is why we see where it plays out. So I like the fact that they're scoring. I have no problem. I've always liked Jamal Lowe as a player. I watched him in Swansea. We talked about Ivan Toney having that goal scoring contest in the league. We failed to look at how effective Jamal Lowe was for Swansea City. Before he left Swansea and went to Bournemouth, he actually got goal of the season for Swansea. So that proves to you how effective he can be. So I think that those players are getting their confidence up, and we need it in November. window. It's not going to be easy, but we can get some points on the board. We can get 2 wins, and we can be on our way.
Yep, certainly that's something that can be achieved. 5 points, sixth position in the table now. And November, it could, as you know, these are the last fixtures for the year because January, again, before we have
Yeah,
games,
right.
5 home games left, right? 5 home games in our last 8 games. Captain Andre Blake, when you spoke to the media after the USA loss, he said, listen, we played Mexico away. We played Costa Rica away. We played also the United States away. 3 of our toughest home games. Now it's time to do the job at home. Yes, it puts pressure on us to pick up some maximum points at home, but we've endured the toughest part of our campaign. Bearing in mind other teams have matches to play on the road while we are getting through our away games early.
Yeah, I think that is the most important thing, and I think that is what people are happy about, is the fact that we have played our toughest opponents away from home, and that is where we need to also realize that not because we played them away means we can't lose at home either. I think that Mexico is there for the taking, and I think the USA also is there for the taking at home. I think that we just need to be just composed at home. We played them away from home. Mexico, we got a close loss. We could have gotten a point from that game. We didn't. It took a 90-minute strike for them to beat us 2-1. So I think that we did a good enough job there. It was just a blunder in terms of taking off a guy that has covered the space, that was covering the space in Anthony Grant, to take him off and put on Peter Lee Vassell, and nobody was able to cover it that effectively. That led to that goal. So I think that we need to go in there with confidence, but we can't be too overconfident, because even though we're playing at home, we need to also get the points and play well for us to go forward and qualify for Qatar 2022. So we need to thank the heavens that we played them away, but we also need to play well at home to get those 3 points, because I believe that we can get 3 points against Mexico and the United States. We just need to be composed, and we need to take our chances and put them away. And I think that we can really cause some problems in this octagonal run.
Chris, do you genuinely feel that at third is still realistic, or we have to, or you think fourth is more realistic for us, go to the playoffs and try to, get that spot there? Do you think third is genuinely something that we can achieve, bearing in mind the fixtures we have left?
Yes and no. Part of me think that third can be achievable, but part of me thinks that fourth is the best. Is one of the best position that we can get. Of course, the fourth does not mean automatic qualifying. It doesn't. What it means is that we have another chance of qualifying for the World Cup. We just missed out, and we have another chance, and we need to put that chance away. So I think that fourth is a good placing, but part of me think that third is also achievable. Now, bearing in mind our position or performances in the November window, especially, people don't think this November window is very important. Very, very important. So the way we perform in this November window, I can better answer that question. But for right now, I would say fourth position is more achievable, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. I understand exactly what you mean. And still, FIFA is yet to say, okay, CONCACAF versus CONMEBOL, South America, or Oceania, New Zealand, or, of course, Asia. As you know, if it's South America, it could be Uruguay, it could be Ecuador, it could be Paraguay, it could be Chile, any team other than Brazil and Argentina, in a sense. So, get third, make it safe, don't play around. And then
Yeah, because you don't want it to go to CONMEBOL. If it goes to CONMEBOL, it's going to be very difficult for us to really achieve something from there. We don't necessarily have good record against CONMEBOL teams, so I wouldn't want to go against CONMEBOL. I think if we do get fourth place, our best chance of qualifying is playing against the Oceania teams in the World Cup qualifying playoffs. Japan, if we're going for Asia, I think it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but it will not be as difficult as CONMEBOL. But if our best chance of qualifying, I think if we play the Oceania teams, I think that would be our best chance. But I would not try to play for fourth place. As I said, I think we can get third as well, but fourth is a realistic position. But we can aim for third. If we want to aim for third, that is great. Let us go for third. Let us get those wins, get those crucial points, because we would still have El Salvador to play at home. We have not played El Salvador at home. We have not played Honduras at home, and those two teams are struggling as well. So we need to go into those games. We need to go into the game against Mexico at home, the game against USA at home, with the mindset that, listen, we can go and get some points against teams that are seen as juggernauts of CONCACAF. Right now, with only the inclusion of Alphonso Davies, people think that Canada is way better now. So we need to look into these games and say, listen, we can beat them. With Alfonso playing, he still could not get a lot of room in that middle of the park, right, to be effective for Canada in the home game. What can we do to get 3 points on the road, or what can we do to get a point on the road? So I think that we should be confident and have a game plan that will allow us to win. If we can do that, Simon, then that third place is very much achievable.
Yeah, Ryan. Chris, I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, you've really highlighted some important points here. For people that want to track you, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, where can people find you for your work?
All right, so I have a YouTube channel as well, where it's Chris the Sports Guy. So my name on the live right now is what I go by. Like I said, people are catching on to it. So my Twitter is Chris the Sports Guy as well. Also Instagram. So everything is Chris the Sports Guy. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter, and you can follow me on YouTube as well. My road is to 200 subscribers by the end of this week. I'm at 192. So hopefully by the end of today or by the end of this week, I can achieve that.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. And guys, Ryan talks everything, even baseball, dandy shandy, Jackson marbles, everything Chris talked about.
Yeah,
T20,
yeah.
T20 World Cup coming up, so that's something major with the West Indies and everything.
It's major.
Yeah.
I think that the whole back and forth with Chris Gayle and Corley Ambrose, Chris Gayle has to use that as motivation if he wants to produce something. I think that this is going to be his last T20 World Cup, and so he needs to really make it out and like, listen, this is my going away party. I need to make sure that I am very effective. And what a thing it would be if it was the important ingredients for the West Indies to win back to back T20 World Cups. We're the first team to win back to back World Cups. I think that we can be a team that win back to back World Cups. Let's make it the Real Madrid of cricket. Trust me, we would want to do that. So he just needs to use it as motivation. But we have some players that can. We had Jason Holder on reserve, which a lot of people thought that shouldn't be the case. But we'll see what happens. But I mean, Corley Ambrose has a point. Not because you're a legend in the sport of T20 cricket means that you should be an automatic selection. You have to play your way into that selection. You can't get automatic slots, which is like everybody else. So, but he has to prove the doubters wrong. Trust me.
Yeah, and finally, Chris, Lakers going to win the title?
No, I
No?
don't think so. No. I think that too many superstars on one team. Carmelo, of course, we know he's one of the best scorers in the history of basketball. LeBron James, I think he's the second best player of all time. Russell Westbrook, he's an athletic phenomenon, but the preseason has shown me a lot of hiccups in their game, and that is something that is kind of scary for me. The Suns have not lost a beat. The Golden State Warriors are back. With Chris Paul, who was their facilitator, Devin Booker, who is a scorer, also the man in the center position, DeAndre Ayton, who is looking to get a bag, and I don't blame him. He has been Thank you so much, Kimo. That he has been a stalwart for them in that center position. But if I am to pick, I'm going to pick my team, the Miami Heat. That's the team I
Ooh.
support. And the reason why is because they have persons who are very passionate. Markieff Morris just made his switch from the Clippers to the Heat. Also, Kyle Lowry, who is from the Toronto Raptors. I was actually very sad that Goran Dragic left, but the Dragon has gone to Toronto. Wish him the best, but I think the Heat has a good chance. Also, the Boston Celtics. So there are a lot of teams, but the Lakers, I don't think that they're going to do it because age has a lot to do with it. But they have too much superstars on that team that demand the ball. Carmelo, LeBron, Russell. No, I don't think that they're going to be that much effective. But if they do, kudos to them.
Yeah. Well said, Chris. Appreciate it. Stay in touch, and yeah, man, you'll be back soon.
All right, no problem, man.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Christopher Scott's there. Chris, the sports guy on YouTube. Do check him out for everything related to sports: baseball, cricket, athletics, baseball, floorball, rugby, bandy shanty, marbles. I'm serious. Fisher's a very smart player. Just not up. I'm telling you guys, his nickname is Money Man because he has Alfonso Davis in his pocket, one of the most expensive. You guys know. Rebel Art GFX. Yes, speed. He should start as he offers defensive and attacking help. Come November, we need to field our best 11 to get all 6 points. Best 11. Yes, our best 11. I agree in terms of our best 11, but I wouldn't say in a sense that it has to be the most talented 11, but certainly the best team. It's not about the best players, the best team at the end of the day. And that is what's going to lead to the success. El Salvador is a beatable team, and we can beat USA now that with the squad has a lot more chemistry, certainly. Bad guys. This is where the starts. Engineer, fix up the mic. My mic is breaking up. Okay. One moment. Okay, if the microphone sounds better, just put a thumbs up. Put a thumbs up right now. If the microphone is better, thumbs up. Okay. Thumbs up if the microphone is working. Guys, if it's still a problem, let me know. But thumbs up if the microphone is working. Just a thumbs up. That's all I need because this should be better now. Okay, good stuff. Yeah. Howard, that was Christopher Scott. Christopher Scott is one of the best sports analysts in Jamaica. And I viewed it as an opportunity to get him on to get some insight into different aspects. So that's reason. Wayne Carnegie says Mike is good. Thank you. Pagan 180 says thumbs up right now. All right, cool. Yeah. Stephen Ramdeen says good now. Yeah, when I did football commentary 2017. When I did radio football commentary before I did TV commentary, I did radio commentary 2017 and I started doing television commentary 2018. So with radio commentary in 2017, Christopher Scott was the analyst that I worked with. So I definitely know the level of research and the thorough, investigation that he does with players and everything like that. So I was aware about his footballing and sporting ability by extension in terms of knowledge. So I don't think it's any surprise to see the strides that he's making, and he'll continue to progress further, So I do firmly believe that if he continues on the path that he currently is on, then he'll be able to be outstanding, honestly. I can see him up there with the Ryan LFCs of this world. I can see him up there with likes of I Am Sure Sports in terms of the quality of the content. So just give this guy time. He's going to get there. Have you ever followed up with Stephen Morrison? Yeah, I have. I actually had a phone call with him sometime last year. And for him, it's all about just focus on his football. He's not concerned about national football. He says basically if it comes, it comes, but he's not begging for a national call up or anything like that. DeAndre Elliott, how about Ivan Toney for the November window? No. I'm going to tell you the guys this again. If you're talking to a young lady and you like her and she is not giving you the same effort or energy, but years down the road, you're making strides in your career, your health, you're making progress, you're building your empire, and all of a sudden she comes back into the picture and wants to be part of your life. Are you going to run her, or are you going to make her your girlfriend, your wife, your woman? So the JFF is the man, and Ivan Toney is, you know who I'm talking about. So when the World Cup comes around, let's see. Let's see. For me, I remain consistent as it relates to Ivan Toney. If Ivan Toney is the best of what we have, and he doesn't play in the World Cup qualifiers, but he's the best of what we have leading into the World Cup if we qualify, I'm okay to include him. That's just my general thoughts on the matter. If you guys think otherwise, I can understand. But if we're going to add someone new to the squad who didn't contribute a single minute to the qualifiers, then you have to be of a different ilk. You have to be in the Miss Universe bracket for me. That's my honest opinion. You have to be in the Miss Universe bracket for me if you're going to come into my life. That's what I honestly feel. You can't be no little. I'm not saying anything. Ivan Toney is waiting on the England call up. Yep, that is true. Great man says no, run our way. Mansa, run our way. Okay. All right. Pig on 180 says move on. She wasn't the one, bruv. Okay. All right. I understand what you're saying. Good talk, good analogy. Take a one-off fight. Seriously, give it some thought, guys. Give it some thought. Think about it. If you don't agree with me, I can understand. But just think about it for 1 minute. Meditate on it. Flex Supreme, the DJ, says, run our cause. Me no want, no. Sorry for the wid. Simon, is Kemar the only left back in the squad? Yeah, I mean, Fisher can play left back, but yeah. Speedy wants more improvements before he could even consider for England. Oh, you're talking about Ivan Toney. Yeah. Eagle Republic from the Reggae Boys Football Forum says, run with Ivan Toney from around here. Is Ivan Toney still injured? He's not 100%. Far from it, in fact. But he does have a Jamaican passport, I can tell you that. Dog tries Yamhead. Demari Gray in November window. He doesn't have a Jamaican passport, you know. He doesn't have a Jamaican passport. Simon, do you know if Speedy getting any offers in European team? Offers? No. Is there interest in Speedy in the European market? Finland, Estonia, Faroe Islands, and Luxembourg. You guys want to recall Michael Binns to the team? Look, great player, great servant to the country. Played for us Copa America Centenario 2016, scored a brilliant goal in the RSPL final a couple of years ago. Brilliant player. But he's playing scrimmage football? No. You know what I mean? No, Ivan Toney does not have a Jamaican passport. I never said Ivan Toney has a Jamaican passport. I said Rolanda Aarons has a Jamaican passport. Rolanda Aarons has a Jamaican passport. Yeah. Lee Young, another one from the Reggae Boys Football Forum. Yeah. So let me get back to what I was saying, guys. Let's say we do qualify for the World Cup. We have the core that we have right now, plus Redmond, Antonio, and Gray. No more new additions for the rest of the qualifiers, right? You might call back a Amal Knight. You might call back a Darren Mattox. You might call back a Kevin Lambert. You might call back a Lamar Walker. You might call back Greg Lee. We'll qualify for the World Cup. The World Cup is going to be in November of next year. 13 months to go. If you're going to include somebody in the squad that did not feature a single minute in the qualifiers, let it be someone that is not a squad player. Someone that can actually be an X factor, a game changer. Like I said, remember the acronym Miss Universe level. Miss Universe. Remember, we don't chase. We are chased. What do I mean by all of that? You spoke to Ivan Toney. You spoke to a young lady. She's not giving you no lie. You don't talk to them. You're making progress. You're making money. You're going on trips to Dubai. And all of a sudden you get hit up, getting phone calls asking how you're doing and all of that jazz. And the person wants to be your significant other. And Ivan Toney say, I'm ready. Like I said, if Ivan Toney is the best of what we have at that time, and he's still scoring goals, fine. But right now, if the World Cup was tomorrow and Jamaica qualified with Ivan Toney being my World Cup squad, no. If the World Cup was tomorrow, let me repeat, if the World Cup was tomorrow and Jamaica was to pick its World Cup squad, Ivan Toney would not be in my team. Like I said, if you're going to call up somebody to the squad, let it be, and they didn't play a single minute in the qualifiers, let it be somebody that can make a change. The same ilk of a Mason Greenwood. Not Mason Greenwood, but of the same ilk of a Mason Greenwood. Lewis Baker. Emile Smith-Rowe. I think I've said enough here. And I know you guys get the analogy too. Simon, big up yourself. Tapa did watch your show. Grant would be in the team a long time. I believe so too. Because in the Gold Cup of 2021, Tapa didn't know who in the world was Anthony Grant. Real talk, says Wayne Surrey. I would go for my one-day bleach out face Mattox rather than Ivan Toney. Well said, Lee Young. Well said. Like I said, guys. Don't forget Miss Universe. Just don't forget that. Miss Universe. If we're going to bring in somebody new that didn't play in the qualifiers, you have to be here. You can't be just a little squad player, just making up the numbers. No. If you're trying to make up the numbers, then you introduce some youth into the team. You introduce a Dwayne Atkinson. You introduce a O'Keefe Cunningham. You introduce a Christopher Pearson. If you're trying to add some youth so that they can have that experience of going to a World Cup, so by the time 2026 comes around, there's continuity there. So if you're going to just make up the numbers, might as well you just introduce some young players into the mix. The Paris, the Norman Campbells of this world, the Dwayne Atkinsons, like I've mentioned to you already, and Nicky Daly. If you're going to go down that route, that's what I think. Yeah, well, Curtis Jones is definitely going to be an England international. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. His heart is set on England, I should say. Yes. Could Ollie Watkins? Yes, he could have. He could have represented us, but he's an England international. He could have represented us. Ollie Watkins could have represented us, and that's the reality of the situation, you know? Mattock's attitude won't fix up. What maps have to do with him? I don't get it. Yeah, Keto Taylor Hart too. Good point. Yeah. Malachi Sharp, Ethan Laird. Mattox, I'm a baller from Bridgeport High School days. He was and still a gem of a talent. I think he still has a purpose in the national team. If he does what he's doing right now for another 2 more weeks, then I would say yes, call him up November window. If he does what he's doing now for another 2 weeks, yes. To answer your question, sir, Ivan Toney does not possess a Jamaican passport. No. He can't. Can't represent us again. Mattox and Maps would be playing in concert. I don't know what you're trying to say here, honestly. I don't get it. Simon, can you validate bringing 3 goalkeepers in the squad at this time? What's wrong with bringing 3 goalkeepers? That's the mandate. 3 goalkeepers in a squad. I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Blake, Dylan Barnes, Jaden White is in the mix right now, but I feel at some point Amal Knight will find a way to get back into the mix once he's able to get into a club. Are we going to get Damari Gray? Honestly, it's a 60% chance that we'll get it over the line. Why is it 60 and not 100? Because so for England, Gareth Southgate has not been impressed with Jadon Sancho, and he wants to have another option. England are 1 win away from qualifying for the World Cup, so the possibility exists that in England's last game of the qualifiers against San Marino, that Damari Gray could be introduced into the squad. I don't expect it to happen, but it's something that is being mulled over by the English FA. So, yeah, that's the latest, guys. Is any Reggae Boys injured? Right now, Corey Burke. Yeah. So, Reggae Boys fans, thank you for tuning in to another live. It's been great. It's been fun. I've enjoyed speaking to you all. Enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow's a public holiday. If you're going to work, be safe on the road. If you're at home, think about Anthony Grant, the hero of the qualifiers so far for Jamaica. Think about Dean Burton, Jamaica's only football award winner of Jamaica's Sportsman of the Year award. Think about Aaron Lawrence, Jamaica's only ever goal-scoring goalkeeper. Donovan Ricketts has never scored for Jamaica. Warren Barrett has never scored for Jamaica. Andre Blake has never scored for Jamaica. But Aaron Lawrence has scored a goal for Jamaica. Think about Ian Pepe Goodison, the most capped player in Jamaica's history. Think about Luton Shelton, Jamaica's highest ever scorer at the international level for men. Think about Adrian Mariappa, the man who's closing in on Dean Burton's record. You'll know about that in another video. Just think about some heroes for Jamaica. Clayton Donaldson, Joel Grant, scoring against world number 3 Chile and Copa America champions at the time. Jamaica 55 in the world, Chile 3rd in the world. And guess what? We beat them. We beat them. Rudy Austin, Gareth McCleary, Joby McAnuff, Marlon King, Ricardo Fuller, Andy Williams, Tyrone Marshall, Craig Zadie, Garfield Reid, Donovan Ricketts, Omar Daly, Claude Davis, Damian Stupy Stewart. Heroes of our country. Great servants to our country. Jermaine Stewart, Navian Boyd, Savian Virgo. Heroes of our country. Roland Dean, Richard West, Robert Scarlett, Akeem Priestley, Eric Vernon, Jermaine Taylor. Heroes. Javon Watson. Reggae Boys fans, take it easy. Have a good evening. Haka is a big artist. We know that, right? Just hail him up on the Instagram. Javon Watson. Take it easy, guys. Be safe. Never forget this. Adversity is temporary. So the hardship, the difficult moments that you're enduring, they're not permanent. They don't last. So what does that mean? That means that good times are around the corner. So let that stay with you. Let that stay with you, because greatness is coming and good things are around the corner for you, for your family, especially for you, and of course, for the land of our birth, the land of our heritage, the land of our heart, Jamaica. Guys, we're closing in on 12,500 subscribers. Help me get over that line. We're pushing for 13K. We keep this hard work going. We keep on moving. And we move on to another level. All right, guys? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Reggae Boys Commentary